Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Rana Muhammad Kashif and you are watching my YouTube channel Positive People Commission. In today's video, we will learn how to calculate years of service in Excel. Well, Excel can be quite useful when you are working on date. It has some powerful built-in formulas that allow you to do calculations based on dates. This could especially be useful if you want to calculate years of service of employees in your company or organization where you have their joining date and relieving date or end dates as well. Well, in this tutorial, I'll show you some formula techniques that you can use to calculate the years of service in years or months or days. Well, this video mainly has 3 parts and the second part has 4 subparts. I hope so you will enjoy this tutorial. I've also made chapters in this video. For your desired chapter, you can skip the current chapter and go to the chapter of your choice. Number 1 is calculating years of service using the year fraction formula. If you only want to get the total number of service between 2 dates, you can use the year fraction function. For example, in this data set I will use first integer. I will elaborate later that how I used integer. Year fraction B2 comma C2 1 for the actual enter. Now I have the number of years of service between these 2 dates. Well, the year fraction formula or the function gives you the total number of years between 2 dates, where full years are shown as integers and incomplete years are shown as decimals. Then what the integer function does, that the integer function then extracts the integer part from the result of the year fraction formula, which is the total number of years of service between the 2 given dates. Now coming to the second part of the video, we will learn how to calculate years of service using the DATEDIF formula. Well, if you need to calculate the years of service, you may want to get the number of years as well as the number of months or days as well. Then you are better off using the DATEDIF formula. Well, it is one of the undocumented functions in Excel, which means that you won't find any help on this function from Microsoft or see this as a part of the predefined formulas in Excel. But when it comes to calculating the total years of service between 2 dates, this is the best function to use. Now moving on the first sub part of this DATEDIF, first of all, I will calculate the number of years of service. Again, on this data set, let me use, if I want only years, DATEDIF again B2 comma C2, and I will write within inverted commas or inverted quotes Y. I will have the number of years of service. Now coming to the second part of the video, we will learn how to calculate the service duration in years and months. Now again, I have the same data set and I want to calculate this duration of service of each employees in years and months. Now I will use DATEDIF 2 times with the help of AND operator. DATEDIF B2 comma C2, first Y for the years, then braces close, I will use and I will write years with a space and again DATEDIF B2 comma C2, and for months I will write YM within inverted commas, and I will merge months with a space. I press enter. Now I have the years as well as number of months for my given dates. Well, this formula contains 2 DATEDIF functions. The first one is used to calculate the total number of completed years between the 2 dates. Now the point to understand is about the second part of the DATEDIF. The second one is used to calculate the total number of months between the 2 dates, but does not include those months that have completed an year. For example, if the difference between 2 dates is 14 months, this would only return 2 as the first 12 months completed to become a year. These DATEDIF functions are combined with the text years and months so that the result is more meaningful and the user would know how many years and months of service has been completed. Now moving on with the third sub part of this video, if you want to get the total service duration in year, months and days, you can use the formula like this one, is equal to DATEDIF B2 comma C2 and Y for the years and for years and again DATEDIF B2 comma C2 and month for months I will use again YM and for number of months for YM I have written months and the next part now and DATEDIF again for the B2 comma C2 comma now for the days I will use MD and with the space I will write days. Press enter. Now I have all three things: year, months and days of service of a employee. So that's pretty cool. But what if I want only to calculate the service duration till today? If you want to calculate the total time elapsed between a given date and the current date, you can use the same DATEDIF formula and replace end date with the today formula. Like I will do this in way is equal to, let me just press Ctrl Z that I can have this previous formula, and on C2 let me have just today with open braces. Where I have C2 I can also use replace command, but let me just paste it at has been repeated only 3 times, so it's pretty easy to do. So it has been done for the current date, but keep in mind that today formula gives you the current date based on your computer settings. It's a volatile formula, which means that the next time you open the workbook or make a change in the workbook, this formula would be refreshed, and if the date has changed, then the new date would be used. I hope so you got my point. Now moving on with final part of this video, I want to calculate the date after a specific duration of service. Another scenario involving total tenure of service could be when you want the date after a specific number of years in service. For example, let's say you are the HR in a company that offers loyalty bonuses to employees or some honorarium to persons who have completed 10 years in service. Now I have a list of employees here where I have the joining data shown here, their joining date, and you need to know on what date their loyalty bonus would be due. I will use the formula EDATE. Start date or the joining date, comma 10 multiplied by 12. I will elaborate that why I use 10 multiplied by 12. I will just have to convert this into date. So this is the due date for their bonuses. You can use any date format if you want. Well, what the EDATE did? EDATE formula is meant to return the date after or before the specified number of months, but we have hacked it to give us the date after 10 years. To do this, instead of specifying the number of months as the second argument, we have specified 10 multiplied by 12, which is the total number of months in 10 years. So these were some of the ways you can use to calculate the years of service in Excel and get the result in years and months, or years, months and dates. Well, I've also covered how to get the date after a specific number of years using the EDATE formula. I hope so you have found this tutorial useful. If you found this tutorial useful, please do share this video and do watch my complete playlist on Excel tutorials. Keep watching Positive People Commission. Take care and goodbye.